What's going on, NBA fans? Welcome back to another episode of NBA Central with the Cognac Boys this time. I'm Bobby with CDubb and CDubb. Today we got to pose the question. Is there beef? Is there tension brewing up between Atlanta Hawks guard Trey Young and the Hawks coach Nate McMillan? Y'all already know. Y'all got to find out after this intro, baby. Let's get it.
A-Town, stand up.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.
All right, y'all. So y'all already know. We got to talk about Trey Young, man. Trey Young and Coach Nate McMillan had a goddamn. So we already know the Atlanta Hawks right now, they're 13-10, which is fourth in the Eastern Conference right now. Is the early start of the season. But, man, Trey Young has been nursing a shoulder injury. You already know. So, in the last game, Coach Nate McMillan wanted Trey Young to go ahead and he wanted my guy to participate in shoot-around, receive treatment during walkthrough, and play in the game against the Nuggets. But Nate McMillan wanted him, Trey Young, to come off the bench. Trey Young said, forget all that. He said he ain't trying to do no walkthrough. He said he want to focus on treatment and then play in the game. Nate McMillan hit him with the options. You either play off the bench or you don't show up to the arena. Trey Young elected not to show up to the arena. CDubb, is there some beef brewing up between Trey Young and Nate McMillan?
Man, look, they talked to each other and said it was a private little conflict they had and it really no beef and it's all good. They saying everything is well in the locker room. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's definitely something to this shit right here. I don't know if I ever heard. Well, we do have a situation in the Chicago Bulls organization somewhat similar to this, but a coach telling your star player that no, we don't want you to go get treatment on your sore shoulder. We want you to participate in this shoot around. Either do it or don't show up to the damn building. And Trey, he stood 10 toes and he said, okay, I'm not coming to the building. Now, somebody can try to tell me that ain't no problem there, but there's definitely a problem there. Trey Young says he wants to win him a championship. That's all he focused on. Mainly when it comes to these kind of conflicts between a coach and the star player of the team or the franchise player of the team, coach never come out on top, bro. You ain't gonna come out on top. But I think McMillan, he thinking like, oh, I got Javante Murray over here. He can cure what else me. He's not small. He's not under 6 feet. He can run the point guard. He can guard anybody who puts on him. So we can replace Trey. You know, it's different.
You think it's going that far?
I didn't think it's going that far, but he definitely got that ace in the hole. He got an ace. He got an ace of spade in his deck. So that's why he can talk with his chest out. That's why he talk with his chest out. So be careful what you wish for, Nate McMillan, because you will be assistant coaching if you keep it up with that crap, bro.
Well, keep in mind that Nate McMillan was an assistant coach behind Lloyd Pierce before they fired Lloyd Pierce and they promoted Nate McMillan to when he was able to, help that Atlanta Hawks team make the playoffs that year. And then been in, he's been in that head role ever since. Initially, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Initially reading it Athletic, I was gonna come in and say it ain't, because Nate McMillan, when asked media, he said it was just miscommunication. And then they also said that there'd be no disciplinary actions given to Young in the aftermath of the situation. But then I started reading more. They said reading is fundamental, ladies and gentlemen. Reading is fundamentals. Y'all remember them books in phonics, Arthur McGrath, whatever the book you ever read, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But then, if you look further, they said during the season already, bro, they 13-10. That's 23 games. In 23 games, the Hawks have held multiple team meetings early this season to resolve various conflicts. Sources with knowledge of the situation said. And then we got to look at the history. Trey Young, who strained relationship with former coach Lloyd Pierce, played a large role in his firing back in the day. That just points into what CDubb said, that a lot of these coaches, some of them are secure, but that's very little of them that are secure when it comes to battling star players. 9 times out of 10, those stars players win. Unfortunately, it sucks, but hey, that's just it. It is what it is. You
about
know what
numbers,
I'm
money.
It is what it is. About the numbers, the money, and about who can sell the tickets. Because the fans don't come watch a coach. They watch the players play. Bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nate McMillan, he coaching a hell of a game. So we can get closer to see Nate McMillan call a set or make a halftime adjustments. No, we go in to see players play, and you want to see Trey Young out there jacking up them threes and shimmying and doing the ice trader again. Ice. I love that dance when you do that against the New York Knicks. It'd be so funny. They fellas be hurt. It'd be crazy. But I do think there is some tension building between the two. It could be some small stuff. Nate McMillan believed it was some miscommunication, but damn, in 23 games, y'all have been not a few, but several. Use various team meetings. CDubb, why you think they calling so many meetings early in the season? Do you think it's the acquisition of DeJounte Murray?
Of course it got a hand in it. They just trying to get this team to gel. They do got talent that can definitely compete in the playoffs, but they gonna have to gel first. Like, both of those guards are heavy ball dominant. I said this before the season. It's gonna be tough for the Atlanta Falcons to get it together, albeit they have a Atlanta Hawks. Sorry, I do a football podcast as well.
Y'all know CDubb.
I do a football podcast as well. Yeah, it was gonna be tough for those two ball dominant guards to perform together. I think you see the record. They 13-10. They doing better than most would do in a certain circumstance. It's just frustration boils over. Who knows what the various what do they say? Various meetings and shit was about. But they better get it under control, and Nate McMillan better find a hole of this team and better find out where his horses lay, and that's in Trey Young. He is the franchise player. He wasn't saying, can I go to Vegas instead of going to shoot around. He said, can I go get treatment for my shoulder? What's wrong with you? What was up with all this big man, this big headed shit? I'm the alpha type. He know you the coach. He just asking you, can I get some shoulder treatment, bro, instead of going to shoot around? How many shoot arounds has he been? He been in this league about 4-5 years, bro. He can miss a shoot around, bro. It's okay. But
absolutely. And I'm with you. And shout out Trey Young. He stood on business. That's all you can ask for. If you gonna stand on it, you live with the results. It's good that I'm glad they didn't suspend him or nothing came down like a fine or something. Because I think, like, bro, let the man go get some treatment. You already know he didn't, like you said, he done been through plenty of shoot arounds. So let the man go get some treatment. Let the man get better. And then, you know what I'm saying? Let's see how that shoulder feel before the tip off. But when it comes to the DeJounte Murray thing, I'm with you. I think it's something there, but I don't think it's a lot between those two. I think that, you know what I'm saying? When any new person come onto the team, you got to adjust to them. And you already know you dealing with DeJounte Murray. You still dealing with John Collins, who's another highly played player on that team. And he probably want to get his numbers and stuff. And, because if you're looking at the stats for Trey Young this year, it ain't much of a drop off from last year. Last year, he gave you 28. This year, he giving you 27. And 27-9 this year. And last year, 28-9. So it's not much of a drop off. So something is still there. But he probably like, man, my coach tweak.
Tweak.
Time out, boy. Time out, boy.
These coaches better understand this shit. The players drive this league, bro. That ain't about you, bro. I can understand if you're trying to be tough. Let this be like a bench player or somebody that ain't been on the team for this long, 4 or 5 years. Come on, this Trey Young. He took you to the Eastern Conference Finals, bro. Tweak.
Real. Yeah, and they
Tweaking,
definitely
Nate.
look like they definitely in good position right now. It's still early in the season, but with the games that they played so far, they in good position. So you got to give them credit.
Yeah,
Let
with
the
a lot.
man skip that damn shoot around, man.
All
Tweak.
right. There's a lot of games to go. Shit. What the hell?
For real. But there could be some tension there. Sometimes players, I want to say this last thing before we get up out of here. Sometimes players get tired of listening to the same damn speeches, the same damn voices, the same. Because, some people, they don't know how to. I'm not gonna put it all on Nate McMillan, but it's just an example. You know how sometimes people, to motivate others, they keep using the same stories, they keep using the same things to get fired up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Nate McMillan is doing, but sometimes you be like, bro, I done heard this damn story 20 times already. How many times you gonna tell us? Tell us a new story. Hey, fire us up in a different way. But sometimes, those players can start drowning out the coach.
Bro. Is your throat on repeat? Could you say something different, my guy?
You talking about is your throat on repeat?
Hey, Thibodeau. Thibodeau in Chicago.
Yeah,
you can get you can wear out your welcome. You can wear out your welcome. That's absolutely right, nephew.
Facts. So go ahead and get the people your final thoughts before we get up out of here.
Our final thoughts is, coaches, y'all gotta be smart out here, bro. Like especially with your franchise players, you definitely could be tough coaches, but you can't treat everyone the same, I think. Unless you one of those Greg Popovich or Phil Jackson or somebody with that equity behind their name, 11 championships, 6 championships. Be cool, bro. You want to get a check as well, bro. I know you want to win, but you want to get a check as well, though.
Absolutely. And then again, it's just the simple stuff, bro. I don't think you should be trying to force the man into shoot around. Like, I get it, but you know what I'm saying? Let the man go receive treatment, and then, you brief him when you be like, how was treatment? Check up on him. How was treatment? All right, boom. This is what we went over and shoot around. This is the game plan against the Denver Nuggets. Boom. I filled you back in. Make sure your shoulder was solid. Let's go hoop. Bro.
That's it.
Simple.
Goofy as hell.
Y'all let us know how y'all feeling in that comment box. Is that tension brewing up between Atlanta Hawks guard Trey Young and head coach Nate McMillan? Is it something? Is it nothing? Let us know in that comment box. And if you want to go ahead and send us anything, hit us up on that email at nbacentralshow@gmail.com. And of course, if you want more from the Cognac Boys, follow us on Shy Bulls Podcast on YouTube and all other areas on social media making the rounds. If you want to leave us a voicemail, questions, comments, or any concerns, hit us up on that number, 773-270-2799. This is another episode of NBA Central with the Cognac Boys. Again, we appreciate y'all. We gonna catch y'all on the next one. We out there, baby.
Thank you for tuning in to the number one place for your basketball fix, NBA Central, hosted by the Cognac Boys.